This is actually a fake sm57. This is a real sm57. And by the end of this video, I'm actually going to explain why I like using this more than this one. This one wins. But why? We're going to test both of these. We'll see how the fake one compares to the real one.
Okay, so this is actually the packaging that it came in.
It literally feels like this whole package weighs less than the real mic. We're going to test to see if my hypothesis is true. We got the original fake mic in the packaging, and we're going to weigh it in comparison to the real mic without the packaging. The real mic weighs 10.05 ounces. The fake mic in the packaging weighs 6.2 ounces. That's astonishing. So not only was my hypothesis correct, but by a 4-ounce margin, which is pretty insane.
Very good point, Declan. It was very easy to open, surprisingly protective, and ultra cheap. So for like what I paid for it, I really can't complain. And it came to me in one piece. So good on them for making this thing travel the world just for me to look at it in this video. Look at it. Look at that bad boy.
Right off the bat, the build quality, not awful. It's made of metal. There's a couple of like weird mess ups on the shell. Outside of that, the build quality is similar, except for one key difference. The real one is so much more heavy. Like if I threw the real one into the wall, I'd be worried it would break the wall and go straight to the wall. If I threw the fake one into the wall, I'd be worried that it would crumple up like a ball of aluminum foil. And then I would pick it up and it would disintegrate. In my hand, it's strikingly different. 5 of these maybe make one real one. What does just the mic by itself weigh? Let's see. 5.25 ounces. That is quite literally half of the weight of the real one.
Comparing the two, you can actually see there are actual differences. One being where the twisty piece on this microphone is, and on the end there is very slight color changes, but the main thing is that twisty piece. They're just different sizes, just barely. But again, if you've never held or seen an sm57 in real life, you wouldn't know. The
second thing that I noticed about the fake one is it doesn't include the sticker. It is included with the real one. Now it's not really a big problem because it doesn't affect holding it or anything. It's literally just purely visual. So I can understand why they wouldn't have included the sticker, because now you can kind of get away with saying, this isn't a fake microphone, this is our own version. You know, what can you do?
So here's that twisty thing I was talking about, and this is one of my theories, that in the fake one, maybe you could fill it up, because as you can see, you can look directly through it into the bottom through the microphone. But if you fill that thing up maybe with like some hot glue and some like little lead pellets or something, like just for weight, it might make it feel exactly like the original, and it would be quite hard to tell which is which.
Outside of that, these microphones are strikingly similar. There's a couple of differences between both of them. To me, the key difference is the weight. If you could up the weight on this and somebody handed this to me, I would have assumed this was a real one because it's made of metal. The colors are almost the exact same. The metal on top, it looks very similar. Everything looks very similar.
And let me tell you, these things look similar. The only thing really that stands out to me is the no sticker. But outside of that, like, oh, you know what? And maybe on the bottom.
What is that? What do I mean by the bottom? So this is the fake one, so you can kind of see it has this dot that the real one doesn't have. The screws look the same, the holes look about the same, but when you look at the bottom right here, you can start to see some of the differences. So the real one has this little metal thing on the bottom. The fake one, literally, I think it's just like that thing kind of moves around in there a little bit. So look at that. I could like maybe pull that out, but you know, I won't. But that's the fake one. The real one does not move whatsoever. It's literally like a chunk of metal with pieces of metal sticking out of it. Like I could use this as a weapon.
In all honesty, if I had never seen an sm57 IRL and had them side by side like this thing right here, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
It's hard to differentiate them. If you squint, they look the exact same. So, you know, that's 1 point for the fake one. I gotta give it that. Very good in terms of authenticity. This actually costs $14, I think, from when I bought it. This one cost right about $100. So you could almost buy 6 of these, maybe even 7. Times, look at that, 14 times 7. So you could literally buy 7 of these for about the same price as one of the real ones, which is insane. Because if these sound good, that's one heck of a deal. One just banging option that you could stock up your entire house with these, and one breaks. Well, it doesn't matter. I bought six. I have 6 more. You know what I mean? So, but that doesn't mean you should buy fake ones. No, no, no.
All right, so here's me actually screwing open the real one so you can kind of see the difference. Look how much jelly they fit in the bottom of this thing. It's why it weighs as much as it does.
On to future Mr. D, future Danklin. Let's see what he says.
Thank you. I'm going to be doing a little segment right now. It's going to involve the real mic and the fake mic. Fake mic. Now, when I was testing it earlier, honestly, it sounded pretty good. Maybe it'll sound different whenever I listen to this when I'm video editing. Oh, it's a little thing, you know. Real mic. This mic is really nice. This is the real one. It has the crisp noise, crisp feeling, crisp everything that you want in a mic. There's tons of reviews on this microphone online. This is like the essential mic. Real mic. This is what the finger noise kind of sounds like. It sounds pretty normal. Fake mic. Here's some of the finger noise. So much worse, like infinitely worse, but that's because it's hollow. I think the only reason the other mic wasn't making all that noise was because it's full of goop. So again, one of my theories to make this mic sound better and feel better is literally just to fill it with hot glue. So that might be a future segment in this video. Real mic. Here's what it sounds like with a pop filter over it. Let me read some quotations from the Dictionary of Quotations. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes, which thou dost glare with. Fake mic. General Youngit says, I am my own ancestor. Very true, General Youngit. Unite, maybe. Unite, perhaps. Real mic. That man dare, I dare. Blow, wind. Come, rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back. Macbeth. Fake mic. Says here, Franz Kafka says, you may object that it is not a trial at all. You are quite right, for it is only a trial if I recognize it as such. Very nice. Real mic. Thomas Kelly says, the head that once was crowned with thorns is crowned with glory now. Fake mic. Benjamin Jowett says, the lie in the soul is a true lie. What a beautiful quote. Real mic. Harry King says, young men taken and done for. Fake mic. One last quote by Ben Jonson. Fortune that favors fools. Yes, very nice. Anyway, this microphone hopefully sounds good.
Hello, you're a little too high. Let me fix that. Do I like this fake microphone? It sounds decent. I'm surprised how good it sounds for the price it is. I'm never gonna be like, you should go out and buy a fake microphone, but I mean, something I will say, for somebody who doesn't have very much money, who's willing to take a little bit of a cut on quality, who promises later on they're gonna buy themselves the real sm57, this fake one would not be an awful option, especially if you fill it with hot glue. It feels decent, it looks decent, and best of all, surprising, somebody who doesn't care about what it sounds like, this is perfect, and that's why I love it.